as well. Welcome. So, this live is my first YouTube live, and we are going to talk about how to break down or calculate, not break down, well, both. Calculate your calories and make sure that I'm trying to look at this little hole up here. Break down your calories and break down your macros based on your goals. So if you have not already joined my G4 community, it's a free community. It's linked everywhere. It's linked, I'm gonna link it below here. It's already in my Instagram, all of my link trees. But it's a free community where I can share and teach about nutrition, training, lifestyle, mindset, competing, just flexible dieting, metabolism, hormones, all the things that I teach within my coaching, my one-on-one coaching. I also teach over here on this platform, a lot of worksheets, is really just building a community that is all women and not only focus, like we talk about life, because you have to talk about life. Whole body health is what I coach, right? And that is nutrition, training, lifestyle, mental health, marriage health, right? Friend health, all the things. So we talk about everything. And this community for me is new this year, but it's already growing so much because just of the platforms that I've been growing. I've been coaching since 2014, full-time since 2019, and just sharing my journey. That's all my coaching business is built on. It's just my journey. I document it, thankfully, and I'm able to teach and help women achieve the body they never dreamed of, eating more food than they ever even thought imaginable, without doing excessive cardio, excessive movements, metabolic health, just optimizing metabolic and hormonal health. And that's what I do. So because of my journey and then my Instagram, I don't have a million followers, but the followers that I do have are just my core purpose. And so providing this platform, this G4 community, I do have a membership within that community. It's $40 a month, so that's just a next level. So you can go over there for free, learn a lot, apply a lot, get a lot of results, and then when you want to take that step to the next level, you can join the Grace and Grit membership for $40 a month. Cancel it at any time. So I have a worksheet that goes along with this live, and I will be having that. So if you hear this right now, make sure that you join my G4 community, the free community, because that worksheet and this live will be over there through tonight, and then tomorrow it will be moved to the membership, so the Grace and Grit membership. So it'll always be there. It'll just be something that you have to pay for, but the value of it is invaluable, to be honest with you, because you're about to learn a lot. And then to have the worksheet I just did within the last couple of days, and it's huge because it's literally step-by-step instructions, which is what I'm going to go over in this video, but this worksheet just makes it even more simple. So I don't even know how to see if people are on, so if you're on, I'm so excited. But okay, so I am going to go ahead and start because we don't want to be chilling all day right here. So I'm going to get a pen, get a piece of paper. You're definitely going to need that. Get a calculator, use your phone calculator, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to go off of the worksheet that I have made for y'all. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to need, these are all obviously numbers. So how old are you? Write it down. I'm 37. And actually I have, I did the form so I could give y'all examples. I just need to make sure I keep that out here. Okay. Current weight. Whoa. Not yet. Sorry. Let me put this mouse over here. Okay, current weight in pounds. Most of y'all, I'm assuming, are going to be in pounds. That's how y'all weigh. If you don't, you can do the calculations. And if you don't know how to, message me and we'll figure it out together. Third number. How tall are you in inches? So in inches, you'll take the feet. How tall you are in feet. I'm 5'11". 5 times 12 plus 11 is 71 inches. So I'm 71 inches tall. Okay, so we're going to calculate our resting metabolic rate using the formula below. So I'm going to give you that formula right now. So write this down. 655 plus parentheses. I'm hoping that this is like a good way of teaching. I know the worksheet is parentheses 4.35 times your weight in pounds plus parentheses 4.7 times your height in inches. You got that? Minus parentheses 4.7 times age in years. I might be able to like type that here, but it's okay. You're gonna go get the formula. You're gonna go get all these over in the free community. Okay, so I'm gonna say it one more time. To calculate your resting metabolic rate, you're gonna take 655 plus parentheses 4.35 times weight in pounds plus parentheses 4.7 times height in inches minus parentheses 4.7 times age in years. So for me, that equaled 1,533. So 1,533 calories burned is my resting metabolic rate. I need to look up here. And resting metabolic rate is how many calories your body burns in a day doing nothing. Like just to function, just to breathe, blood flow, digestion, organ function, all the things that you do not think about. Even, like, I guess me using my hands would be considered be under total daily energy expended. But just everything that your body does, all your hormones, all your metabolism, everything is a metabolic process, right? Your hormones drive your metabolism, everything you do, how your body feels, how your body thinks, how it functions, period, in every way is part of your resting metabolic rate. So that's just the amount of calories that your body needs if you just laid on the couch all day long to function and keep you alive. So for me, it's 1,533. Okay, so y'all understand what resting metabolic rate is. So to calculate, so the next number that we're going to calculate is your total daily energy expended. So your total daily energy expended is your resting metabolic rate plus the amount of calories you burn through day-to-day activity. And that's going to be go to work, talking with your hands, working out, doing cardio, steps, picking up kids, everything total in your day. This is going to be plus all of the things under resting metabolic rate. So that's going to be your total daily energy expended. And you're going to calculate this based on your current daily movement. So again, this is on the worksheet, but I'm going to read it here. So if you do not exercise at all, you just live your life. So do not exercise at all. You just live your life. You go to work, you go to the grocery store, you go to, pick your kids up. You're going to take your RMR, your resting metabolic rate, and you're going to multiply by 1.2. If you exercise intentionally, you intentionally move, doesn't matter what kind of movement, strength training, bar, yoga, if you intentionally move your body 1 to 3 times per week, we're going to multiply our resting metabolic rate by 1.375. Okay. C, the third one. If you exercise in any way, 3 to 5 days per week, we're going to multiply our resting metabolic rate by 1.55. 1.55. The fourth option, if you exercise 6 to 7 days per week, anyway, we're going to multiply our resting metabolic rate by 1.725. Maybe I should have had a whiteboard. We're going to learn. We're learning how to teach online here. Okay, and like I said, this worksheet is going to be in my G4 community, so you can go get it after this. Don't stress. Last option, number 5, exercise 7 days per week, which you don't need to be doing. We'll go into that maybe later here or in another podcast live. If you exercise 7 days per week and have a physical job or really have a physical job, you're going to multiply your resting metabolic rate by 1.9. So I'm going to go through that again. So no exercise at all is option number 1. Multiply your resting metabolic rate by 1.2. Option number 2, you exercise 1 to 3 days per week. Multiply your resting metabolic rate by 1.375. Third option, exercise 3 to 5 days per week, multiply your resting metabolic rate by 1.55. Option number 4, exercise 6 to 7 days per week, multiply your resting metabolic rate by 1.725. And then the last option, exercise 7 days per week and have a physical job, multiply your resting metabolic rate by 1.9. So so for me, I fall under the category exercise 6 to 7 days per week, multiply by 1.725. So I train 5 days a week, and I'm just active. So that's why I put myself under that category. Exercise 6 to 7 days per week. I'm just very active. We have a lot of land, take care of the land, just in general, or I'm recording videos for my clients, training videos, all the things. So though I train 5 days a week, I went ahead and put 6 to 7. So for me, that means skipping steps before y'all are, keep it up. Okay, so to calculate your total daily energy expenditure, you need your resting metabolic rate from step number 5, right? By your activity level, I called it activity level multiplier, which was the last one we just did, step number 6. So my resting metabolic rate, 1533, times D, which was 6 to 7 days a week, which is 1.725. So that for me means my daily calorie intake is 1944. So, wait, no, sorry. Yes. Wait. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, sorry, 2644. I was like, wait, no, this note says total daily energy expended. Okay, I was overthinking. Just go off the notes, right? So calculate your total daily energy expended. You're gonna multiply your RMR times the activity level multiplier in the last step. Okay. So my total daily energy expended is 2644. So that means that's how many calories I need to burn based on my lifestyle, just everyday life. That's how many calories my body already burns. So therefore, don't get ahead of myself. Hang on. Okay, total daily energy expended. Note your total calories. Okay, so that's what I was just telling you. Mine's 2644. And then this is where y'all are probably like, this is what I need. To calculate your total calories needed considering your current goals. So your current goals, what are they? Are they to lose weight? Are they to sustain your weight, current weight? Are they to gain weight in a body recomp, in a reverse, whatever it is, gain weight without gaining extra body fat? So there's gonna be 3 options. Here's the thing. You can't do more than one. So you have 3 options. You wanna either lose weight, and because all the time, your goal when you lose weight is to retain muscle mass. Like, it should always be your goal. So to lose weight, maintain your weight, and that could also include build muscle. You can eat at your total daily energy expended. So for me, 2644, you can eat at that maintenance level and still put on muscle mass. So don't think that you have to be in a surplus. Definitely don't think you need to be in a big surplus, because you don't, and that's where unwanted body fat will accumulate. You can put on muscle mass maintaining your weight right now. So you could hit your maintenance calories. That's what you could do for the next 4, 6, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. And again, you can put on muscle. So just know that. And then the third goal would be gain weight, ultimately, you're trying to gain muscle mass without unwanted body fat, and that's where a reverse diet comes in, slowly increasing your calorie intake, right? So what is your options right now? What is your ultimate goal? One goal, that's the biggest thing, one goal. Even though you want to gain, so lose weight, you want to probably lose body fat and gain muscle mass. Again, that can all happen, but what is your number one focus right now? So for me, being that I'm 17 weeks out, it's gonna be to lose body fat, period. And all the time, like I said, all the time I'm trying to retain muscle mass. So I'm doing other things outside of what we're calculating right now to guarantee that, right? And we can talk about that later. So for me, again, lose weight is the goal. So within those 3 goals, here is what you're going to do to your total daily energy expended, total calories. If you want to lose weight, you're going to subtract 700 calories from your total daily energy expended. 700. If you want to maintain your weight, like I said a few minutes ago, you can just take your total daily energy expended and you can continue to live life within this calorie range. And we'll go into macros in just a minute. And if you want to gain weight without unwanted body fat, you're going to slowly increase your calorie intake by 100 to 150 calories. We'll talk about macros in a minute. Above your total daily energy expended, every few weeks, adjusting based on your body's biofeedback. So in my G4 membership, there within the next week, you're going to have my daily tracker. I'm just going to finish updating it, that I use for my clients, that you will be able to efficiently do C, which is to gain weight without unwanted body fat. To do that, you have to collect the data, right? Otherwise, you're just guessing when to increase, and then that's what leads to unwanted body fat. So to gain weight, ultimately, so C is a reverse diet. You want to gain muscle, lose body fat, stand as lean as possible. And again, that takes very precise changes and adherence as well. And obviously I do, that's what I coach. My main focus is metabolic and hormonal health. So if that is what you're trying to do right now, body recomp, reverse diet, definitely DM me, definitely fill out my application, and let's talk. So once you identify your one goal, again, I'm gonna keep going with me, lose weight. So I need to subtract 700 from my total daily energy expended, which equals my new calorie intake is 1944. So 1944 calories is how much I need to aim for every day since my goal is to lose body fat. So 1944. Okay, so you're gonna note that's an important number. Note your daily calorie intake after factoring in your goal from the last step. All right, moving on. What is your goal weight in pounds? So a lot of times you're gonna need, if they ever ask you, whoever, or if you ever want to know your lean body mass, I tell people, and this is what I use to calculate, because unless you go get it calculated by I don't necessarily, to be honest with you, know a machine or a way. They have DEXA scans, they have a lot of ways to track all the variables. I've done them before. I've proven them wrong to be wrong before as well. So that time, and I can go into that story later, but after that, I was just like, you know what, just go off of the data that you have, look at the pictures, you can tell where you're building and where you're losing, or if you're not, if you are, whatever. So that's why my tracker that I was talking about is going in my membership is so tedious, because I stopped relying on digital trackers to tell me my body fat and all of that. I just go off of the data I collect. And I've been doing that since 2013. So, okay, so your total weight, what is your goal weight in pounds? You'll use this as your lean body mass for the next step. My goal weight in pounds is 155. To be honest with you, I don't have a goal weight, just throwing things out there so that y'all get in these mental mindsets. I don't have a goal weight, but for this calculation, my goal weight is 155. Okay, so to calculate your daily protein, so we're going into macros. So to review, calories are made up of 3 macronutrients: carbs, fats, proteins. Each one of them have very specific jobs within your body. So even within training, within digestion, within nutrient absorption, there's only 3. This is how I explain it. God gave us 3 things to keep our body alive: carbs, fats, and proteins. They're all needed in macro amounts. So when you think about taking them away, one of them away, let's just say carbs, is whatever it takes away. Don't you think that's going to take away a lot of efficiency that your body cannot do? Because there's only 3 things. So everything that carbohydrates does within your body, it cannot do when there's no carbs available. So just make that mental note that there's never going to be a day that you don't need, 1, food, but 2, all 3 macronutrients. So what we're about to do is calculate your total macros, within your new calorie goal. And a couple other things to just not overthink: ranges, like macro ranges. I've done ranges before, and every now and then with clients I'll rely on ranges, and that's more so whenever maybe they have a stomach bug or they're sick, even when they're away on vacation. If we're just kind of eyeballing things, we're just kind of loosely tracking to make sure that we have the energy coming back home for training and for life, I'll go off of ratios, but I don't overthink ratios, especially once you use this formula and you break down your macros. Don't overthink it. Okay, so to calculate your protein grams, you're going to multiply your goal weight of your lean body mass by the number below next to your current physique goal. So maintain muscle. And so this is a little bit kind of tricky, a little bit even in this form, but I'm here to explain it in a simplified version. Literally everyone could multiply their lean body mass goal weight times 1, and that's your protein goal. That would be the simplest way for everybody to do it. There is not a better formula. The only time that I ever adjust protein away from that is when clients cannot hit. There's two times when clients cannot hit, let's just say 130 grams of protein, right? They're new to macros. They don't know what protein is. Obviously not. You'd be surprised when you start tracking food. That's the number one thing that people think that they get enough of, that they don't. So if a client is struggling the first couple weeks to hit, let's just say 130 grams, then I can lower that. And as they learn, I'll lower it to like 100 grams, let's just say, even though I want them at 130, we're going to do 100, because that's going to the consistency. That's the key. Always know that. There's not a macro equation. There's not a macro perfect number, perfect ratio, nothing. It's just being consistent, period. So if they can be consistent with 100 grams, perfect. And they're learning where protein is, so that we can add to that, right? So then once they're doing that in 2 weeks, we can go up to 110, and we can go up to 115, and we can slowly get up to where we want to be. So that is one time that I'll change the protein grams in this initial calculation. And then the other time would be I would increase protein, let's just say in a prep or in a cut, when I'm trying to keep, or even not, like sometimes I'll just do it just to get total calories up. And then once their calories are up, because then I'll switch it out for carbohydrates or even fats, depending on where they are hormonally. And so those are the only 2 times that I really adjust away from just that basic 1 gram per lean body pound. So hopefully that makes sense. But I am going to give you these calculations so that you know, if you want to maintain muscle mass, meaning you're not trying to put on any extra muscle mass, though you are going to, just make that note, 0.8 grams per lean body mass would be what you multiply it by. So you would take your lean body mass, multiply it by 0.8 grams. That would be your total protein grams per day. To build muscle, and I'll put quicker, and I'm almost gonna not put that because there's nothing that's quick, but it is kind of helps the person visualize like what is their goal. And so, but I might take that off. Build muscle quicker, you're gonna multiply your lean body mass times 1.1. And then to maintain or build muscle without added body fat, you're gonna multiply by 1, which is what I was talking about earlier. So that's the one that I always use. Or I don't always use it, I guess, but that's one that you can use, literally. Okay, so getting into fat grams. So now you have your total fat grams. So my total fat grams for the day is 155 grams. Keep that there. Okay, so now we're gonna go into estimating your body fat percentage. All right, so we gotta get your body fat percentage to start calculating your body fat grams that you need. And so I did this little chart in that worksheet, but I'm gonna read it to y'all. Based on your weight loss goal, we're gonna figure out your current body fat. So if your goal is to lose 30 pounds or more, then that probably means you're about at least 30% body fat right now. So that's option 1. Option 2 is gonna be you need to lose between 20 and 30 pounds. And that's going to put you in a body fat range of 20 to 29% body fat. And then option number 3 is you need 10 to 20 pounds. You need to lose 10 to 20 pounds. That's going to put you in about a 15 to 19% body fat category. So recap that. If you need to lose 30 pounds or more, you're probably around 30% or higher body fat. If you need to lose 20 to 30 pounds, you're most likely around 20 to 29% body fat. And then C is 10, you need to lose 10 to 20 pounds. And that means that you're probably around 15 to 19% body fat. So using that, we're going to calculate your daily fat in grams. Okay. So whatever one, so there's 3 options, right? My option was C. I need to lose, for this prep going into this 2025 season, I'm probably looking to lose about 15 pounds. Yeah, 15 pounds. So that would probably put me around 15 to 19% body fat. So that's what we're gonna go with. So I'm gonna go down to C. So actually I'm gonna go to A. So this is for if you need to lose 30 pounds or more, and you're in the category of A, 30% body fat or more, you're going to take this calculation I'm about to give you. So write this down. Parentheses 0.35, because that's 35% of your total calories is what we're going for. So 0.35 times total daily calories divided by 9, because there's 9 calories per gram. So this is going to equal your total daily fat grams that you need to hit per day. So now at this point, if you fall into the fat gram category A, 30% or more body fat, you now should have your protein grams and your fat grams, right? So if you fell into B category, 20 to 29% body fat, you're going to write this down, 0.3 times total daily calories. I need to change that to total new calories just so it's not confusing. Okay, so 0.3 times total daily calories. These are your new calories divided by 9, because again, 9 calories per gram of fat. So now you should have your fat grams. So for the C people, 19% body fat, between 15% and 19% body fat. Currently, right now, you're going to multiply 0.25 times your total daily calories divided by 9. So for me, that was 54 grams of fat. So 0.25 times my 1944, which is my total new calories. Again, I'll make that note in that worksheet. Divided by 9, because 9 calories per gram equals 54 grams of fat. And if you're rounding up, right? If it's 54.3, we're going to go with 54. If it's 54.6, we're going to go with 55. It's not going to make that big of a difference. Okay, let's keep going. I think we're doing pretty good. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so now we're going to gather all 3 numbers. We're going to have our new calories, right? So for me, 1944. We're going to have our protein grams, 155. This is mine. And we're going to have our fat grams, 54 grams. So now we have these 3 numbers. Calculate protein calories using the formula below. So protein has protein and carbohydrates, but we're focused on protein. Protein has 4 calories per gram. So if my case, so you're going to take your protein gram that you just got, you just wrote down, and you're going to multiply it by 4, because there's 4 calories per gram. And that's going to equal your total calories coming from protein. So multiply your total protein grams from step 12, and I have all this in the worksheet, by 4 for your calories from protein grams. I just said that. Okay, so that, for me, 620. 620 calories of the 1944 are coming from protein grams. Got it? All right. Now we're going to get the calories from fat grams. Same exact steps, except you're going to multiply by 9, because there's 9 calories per gram of fat. So using your fat grams, so you're going to take your fat grams that you just calculated, multiply by 9. That's going to equal your fat grams, calories from fat grams. Again, from that total new calories, 1944, for me. Okay, now add together these 2 calorie totals. How many calories from protein grams take that and you're gonna take the calories from fat grams, you're gonna add them together. And for me, let's keep looking. So this is gonna be 1106. So my two numbers were 486 calories from fat, 620 calories from protein, equals 1106 calories total, okay? Okay, now what we're looking for is how many calories are left over from our new calorie goal after we've taken protein and fat gram calories out. So we're gonna take our new calorie intake minus what I just said, protein and fat calories, which is what we just, the additions, or what we just did. And that's gonna equal the amount of calories that you have left to allocate to carbohydrates. Got it? So for me, that's 838 calories left to allocate to carbohydrates. See how we reverse engineered all the things? Okay. Keep moving. All right, one of the last things. So now we're gonna calculate carbohydrates using the formula below. Carbohydrates have 4 calories per gram. So we're gonna take our carb calorie that we just got, 838 for me, divide it by 4. And this is gonna equal 210 grams of carbs. So now you have all 4 numbers. You should have your total calories that you need, the new calories needed based off of your goals, and your total daily energy expended. So you have your calories needed. You should have your protein grams, your fat grams, and your carbohydrate grams, right? So this is probably the most important part of this live teaching. And I don't even know if you've said anything, I don't know where that is, so just bear with me. You do not need to, when you're planning your food, you do not need to hit all 4 numbers, your new calories, proteins, fats, and carbs. You don't even need to ever look at your new calories, not right now at least. So just focus on coming within, and I'll put in here, a range of up or down 10 grams of carbohydrates and protein and up or down 5 grams of fat. That's perfect. That's considered perfect. That's consistent enough. If you come within those ranges every day, that's consistent enough to make amazing progress. And that's also buys time to learn more so that you can get more accurate. If this is your first time tracking food, if this is your first time tracking calories or macros, or if you just haven't done it in a long time, or if you didn't learn the first time, that's a lot of people's problem. If they didn't learn the first time, if you didn't learn where macros are, then don't expect yourself to hit your macros or come within the ranges that I just told you the first month. Like, make sure expectations of yourself match the reality of your current knowledge, and work on building your knowledge from there. So within that range, within those ranges is the goal. Going back to, all you need to worry about, or all you need to think about when you're planning, is the carbohydrates. You don't need to focus on calories. There are times that I have clients focus on calories. This is not going into that, or I'll talk about that in a minute, I guess, just to kind of give you a little bit more insight. But unless you fall within the categories I'm about to talk about, or people I'm about to talk about, just focus on macros. In the app, I've been tracking macros since 2013. I've never one time hit my calories, and I've hit my macros perfect at least since 2015. And so just know it's never going to add up in the app right, for whatever reason. There's a lot of reasons, I'm sure. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about it. If you calculate your macronutrients, then the numbers that you hit, if you want to do the math, multiply carbohydrates, protein by 4, and fats by 9, that's how many calories that you have hit. So if you have hit your macros, then you have hit your calories. Do not overthink it. Do not aim for trying to hit all 4 numbers. You're not going to ever hit all 4 numbers. So don't even think about it. Okay. Just need to make that clear. So just to go into it really quick, the calories. Who I get to track calories are going to be people that are just not at all, very, very new to macros, and that, but they do know how to track food. So we're trying to learn how to track food and hit, within a range of, let's say, 1,500 calories. I want you to get between 1,500 and 15 or 1,600, let's say, calories every day. That at least gets their metabolism going because it's an increase in food. And then, as again, we're buying time to learn, and as we buy that time, we'll learn. So, really, that's the only time I ever worry about that. That's the only time I ever go into letting clients assigning that type of goal, right? Which I'll be honest, I do that a lot, especially with new clients, especially ones that I've never tracked before. We just focus on calories. So know that that is step one, and that is 100% what you can do. But what I don't want you to do is try and track calories and macronutrients, specific macronutrients, at the same time having very specific goals. So you don't need to do that. So hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, and you have questions about that part, like put them under here, and I will address them in another live or just to you in general. Okay, so talk about the range. You do not have to hit your macros perfect every day. Literally 10 up or down protein and carbs, and then 5 up or down fat grams is good enough until you're ready to take it to the next level. Physically, not mentally. Everybody's like, I'm ready to take it to the next level mentally, but it don't matter because we got to wait till the body's ready to take it. And the knowledge, the brain is ready. Okay, so your next steps is something else I have in this worksheet. So your next step right now at this point, you have your macronutrients, you have your goals are clear. Your next step is to be consistent. Be consistent even within the ranges of those macronutrients for at least 4 weeks, a minimum of 4 weeks. Before you recalculate, before you do this entire worksheet again, using your new weight to get your new calories that you need. So, biggest stressor is minimum of 4 weeks. A true weight loss plateau is when your weekly weight averages remain unchanged from anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks, and this is going to depend on how much body fat where you are currently, how much body fat you're trying to lose. So when your weekly averages remain unchanged for between 4 to 8 weeks, that consecutive weeks, that is a true plateau. And so if your weight does not change, definitely in a week or 2 weeks, don't start thinking you hit a weight loss plateau. Don't start changing things. You got consistency. If I can teach you anything, your body only responds to consistency, and your what you think is consistency, if you aren't where you want to be physically, then you need to reevaluate what consistency means to you, right? Consistency is literally, again, minimum of 4 weeks consistent with macronutrients, and even consistent with movement, energy expended. So, and that doesn't have to be perfect to the T. And I'm kind of getting into other things right now, and I'm actually about to do a podcast on just nutrition and training myths. I'm probably going to split them up. But if you're this is one I'll say just to end this live, but here's your calories and your macronutrients that we just calculated. That does not mean that, let's just say, where am I? Okay. So 1944 is my calories intake needed, new calories needed. My goal is not to burn more than that based on this watch, right? This watch does not have any idea where my metabolism is, have any idea where any hormones are, and your metabolism and your hormones are what allow fat loss to happen. Well, allow everything to happen, definitely fat loss. So don't overthink that either. You're not trying to burn calories. Because this is where everybody makes mistakes, that's the numbers they look at. I'm eating 1,900 calories, but I'm burning 2,100 calories based on this watch, but I'm not losing any weight. That's because you're not in a deficit, and people think that they're in a deficit because of those two numbers, but that doesn't mean that you're in a metabolic deficit. So again, you're in a true deficit. So make sure that, again, and the way that, again, you cannot use a DEXA scan or anything like that to see where your metabolism is by tracking the data. It's very easy. It's very easy for definitely within our body balance tracker that we can see exactly where your metabolism is just based on this data. It's very simple. It's actually very, very simple. You just have to learn it. So when I say it's simple, just know that it's simple to me because I've been studying the body since 2013 and I've been applying all of this knowledge. So, okay, that is the end of this live, and I hope that I know that you learned. Again, this live and the worksheet that goes along with this live is going to be in my G4 free community through the end of tonight. So through midnight tonight, before I'm going to move it to my Grace and Grit membership. That's $40 a month. That's not a lot. It's like $1 something a day to learn more than you even could imagine in my Grace and Grit membership about all things reverse dieting, flexible dieting, metabolism, hormones, all the things that I've been talking about, training. So that link I'm going to link below here just to join our free community. So you're going to go over there, get the worksheet, do the numbers. You could message me anytime about here are my numbers, like what are my thoughts, are this right, I'm just an open book. My goal is to teach. So again, go to join my G4 community, the free, and then this will be in the membership tomorrow. So if you want to get it for free, you better go join tonight or today through midnight. So really excited. I'm hoping that this, I liked doing this. So I really like the platform. That G4 community platform is a platform that I'm going to be able to do lives in. I'll be able to do a lot in. It's pretty much taking Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube and consolidating in a community building app, consolidating into one app, and I'm really excited. So until I get that built up, I'll just continue to do all the platforms, but that is a great part of this community. So Mighty Networks, which is a platform that it is, but my G4 community, just building that there is going to be so beneficial if you want to learn anything about what I do. If you want to work with me, obviously one-on-one, that's what I do. I'll put the application below here as well. And yeah, if you want help, one-on-one help, direction with training, nutrition, obviously, flexible dieting, reverse dieting, competing, posing, all the things, we do all the things. So, okay, I hope you'll have a great Wednesday. Let me know any feedback that you have for this type of training. I know next time I'm going to have a whiteboard here, but we're learning every day. So, okay, y'all have a great Wednesday. Let me see. Okay.